I already start the new chapter, that is called the fundamental rights and duties, and we already discussed some of the fundamental rights, that is the right to equality, and we also just that is the discuss at the right to freedom. Now also that is the here we just explain, that is the right against exploitation. People who are poor or do not know their rights are often exploited by the others. We already give this example that the poor people that who are not getting their basic necessities of the life, food, clothes, shelter, it is called this situation is called the poverty. So they are getting the low wage rate, or maybe that is they are employing their children as a child labor. So it is practiced in our country, but it is against the law. So there is a fundamental rights at there. Right to freedom of religion in India. Everyone is free to practice. We already just know about this. That is, the secularism is practiced in India. Secularism means that there is a no one that the no religion is preferred as a nation's religion. Okay, so that the anyone can practice their own religion, and also that is the cultural and educational rights are also there. So now that the next the things is, that is the right to constitutional remedies. The fundamental rights are justifiable. The right to constitutional remedies enable a citizen whose fundamental rights have been violated to appeal to the courts. The courts have the power to issue rights to the government or any other organization to restore a citizen's fundamental rights. A law that interferes with the fundamental rights of citizens may even be set aside by the courts. However, some of the fundamental rights may be taken away temporarily during the time of crisis. For example, when the nation is hit at war, the citizen's right to freedom can be restricted to ensure national security. Nowadays, you just see there is an epidemic, that is the it is that we just see that we are suffering from the coronavirus, and also that we just see there that the problem arises that there is a 144, that is the is 144 is activated in various own safety and the protection. Okay, so that sometimes the rules can be violated. Okay, or that the rules can be break uh, for our benefit. Okay, right to the primary education. Children aged between 6 and 14 years have the right to get free primary education. It is compulsory to give them such education according to the laws made by the government. So now we already get the elementary education is free for all. That is, we already know that there is some project are taken by the government, that is the Sarva Shiksha Abhijan. Just like the Sarva Shiksha Abhijan is the project that provides the free and for basic education for the each and everyone. That is the who at the age of the 6 to 14 years they can get their rights. Secularism and fundamental rights. The right to freedom of religion specifically gives every Indian citizen to freedom to follow the religion of his or choice. We already discussed it that we are the secular country. We have the secular country, and as India is a secular country, the choice of religion does not affect the citizen's right. The right to equality ensures that the government and the law treat the followers of all religions equally. The right to freedom allows the followers of all religions to hold gathering and form association for peaceful purpose, and the followers of all religions have the same cultural and educational rights. Thus, our fundamental rights ensure that the ideas of secularism is upheld. So here also we just see there that we have the peaceful gathering. Nowadays it is not possible because of the that is the coronavirus is affected. So there is a we are just to talk about the social distancing. But before that we just see there that the gathering, social gathering, peaceful gathering can be allowed, or the religion, that is the religion practices can be done by each and every citizen by their own. Can a law give right in effect? The passing of laws alone cannot ensure the people or exercise their rights effectively. Laws are effective when only when they are applied properly. The people for whom the laws are meant also have to know their rights. Just like maybe there is a child or child labor is banned. Now if it is that they don't know about this, that is the poor people, or the elementary education is provided to each and every child, that is they don't know about this, so how can they practice this one? It is the proportion. Often they even have to draw the attention of the proper authorities to have their rights enforced. Okay, so we have to enforce our authority also to practice the rights. In our country, there are laws to protect the rights of women, the SCSTs and other groups that are weak and exploited. But these groups suffer because many of their members cannot claim their rights. Gradually, however, these groups are becoming more and more aware of their rights, and some of them have begun movement to their rights. They put forward their demand, they raise awareness about their rights through rallies, meetings, and printed articles. They have also formed organizations that give legal and the money to members of their group to go to courts and get their right enforced. So that is the, if anything is happened against the laws, that they can, that the, we see that there are some of the backward classes just like the SCSTs or the OBCs. Nowadays the NGOs are also working on them. That is the women also, that if there is a domestic violence on the women, that it can be protected by this, by the law. But they have to know about their laws, that they have to know about their rights properly, so they can activate it. So next step, we should start the fundamental duties of the citizen.